myself, I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty soul to treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Vikings going up against the Seahawks.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, Cook. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third down, Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the offense has it first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
What a great play and tackle. As a strong safety, you know what you're taught? That you are a hybrid player. You've got to be able to play the pass back deep, but especially the run up close, almost like a linebacker. And on that play, he took care of every responsibility.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit near the 34-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now it's Lockett. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. With his first carry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On second down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And that's complete to LaFell. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kevin Minter. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devon Kennard in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Wilson going to give to Rawls. They find some open field here. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Wilson on second down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, Rawls. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing is Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. To throw on second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling. Bridgewater on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Bridgewater now on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Let's go.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some room to roam now. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And down inside the 15 he goes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Let's go.
Bridgewater again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And again, it's Bridgewater. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. All right, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here we go with 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Fighting through. Got an open man. It's a new one. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So here we go. 1st and 10 now. Wilson again to Rolls. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson to throw. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, Douglas got it complete, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson will throw again. Now he'll escape to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down, this is Rawls. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll hand to Rawls. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Bobby Wagner. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The second down throw for Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They give it to Rawls. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Third down, here's Rawls. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try to run with Rawls. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. To throw, Bridgewater. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Wilson on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graham. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to throw. He gets it to Humphreys. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Back to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They start on the ground with Rawls. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They go again with Rawls. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's John Ryan now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
People tryna say I'm only enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. It's been about 6